Okay, so we're back. We're back to the same account. This is part two of the absolute beginning or beginner's guide to playing Lords Mobile. As we can see, we actually have a lot of arrows that we can upgrade on. So let's go ahead and I'll start by going upgrade on this. And again, pressing help for guild mates. And that gets me a lot of guild coins as well. So now some of the things we haven't explored before, and you'll see coming back from the first video, the stamina actually refilled again all the way to 120. And 120 is the max unless you do the research to increase that as well later down the road. Now I'll go into research and I'll do continue doing military research or potentially economy. Now this defense research, and I potentially will create a video for this as well, which researches to do. But for now, don't touch the defense research because it will not help you much. Economy, yes, it does increase construction and everything else as far as economics like RSS. And when I say RSS, I'm talking about resources. So let's go ahead and get this started with construction speed. 6 minutes, so that's probably a free one. So you'll notice at the beginning lots of free constructions and research. Now, some of the things we haven't went over before, you see a little gift mark here on the bottom, and on the right you'll see gift level 1 and 1. It means that somebody within the guild has killed a Terrorthorn monster, level 1 common. So when somebody in a guild kills any level of the monsters or makes any purchases, entire guild, which was what, 81 people, will get a gift like this. In a good guild, you can get up to like 1,000 a day. So let's open this up and see what it gives. See, it just gave us 3,000 gold. So think about having an average rate of 300 to 600 gifts in a decent guild daily. That's gonna add up fairly quickly. Now, this particular guild that I'm in, probably a small guild, probably not gonna happen that way. So it does help to be in a good guild. So let's go ahead and delete. Now make sure you delete everything once you open them up, because if you have 300 that's deleted, once it reaches 300, it will not stack up anymore. So you need to go ahead and clear this out. While we're in here, we'll go ahead and do, if you are rank 2 and above, you can actually send messages. I'm not authorized to do this because I'm rank 1. So manage guild, by doing that, you can actually choose to leave the guild. You can also look at the public information, what your guild wrote to the public, or what the public can see about your guild. This guild has not updated anything, which means there's nothing to for them on the front page. Okay, so we'll close that out. Might ranking will show you who's the top might within your team or guild. So I can see King Alfonso, and we can see what kind of gear he has and everything, and what kingdom he is in, how many kills he's had, and we can see with him his statistics, how many victories or losses, how many successful attacks, and everything else that you can imagine. Enemies captured, leader captured. So there's a lot of information. And with this particular information, you can actually make assumptions about a player up to a certain degree. And after a while, you get to be able to see their gear and see what they're trying to do here. Like I can tell for me, this is research gear, that's a construction gear, this is, you know, attack gear or army attack gear, or it could be timber. And there's certain things these gears do. He's pretty much got it all mixed up. I'm not sure exactly what he's trying to accomplish here, but yeah, whatever. But we'll go over it when we go over the war gears and gear segment. So let me exit out of this. And you can see again my ranking of all the players. I'm probably, since I just started, hey, I'm actually 81st out of 82. Nice. And then you can see the members, see who's the rank 5. And you see these blue here, that's in guild name or nickname. So only the guild members can see this. Public can only see the left side information about them. So I know, oops. So I know, for example, like this guy, Gilgalad 1998, he might be want to be called 11 King. Or this guy, we probably would call him Killer. Exit out. So now if we look at some buttons up here, you'll see this, cart. Maybe sometimes it's different, but click on it and this is where you can actually make purchases. So if we scroll up and down, this one says pound, but it's usually for, well, whatever the currency you're in, that's what it'll be in. But these are all the packs you can buy using real money, which gives you significant advantage versus not paying anything. Like for example here, look at this. This is $4.99. It's a gem pack and it gives you 15,000 gems plus 2,000 bonus, so 17,000 gems. Plus if we click on detail, it gives you 200,000 gold and a bunch of other resources. And the packs, I believe, starts out 99 cents. Usually most common 199 as well. Like always click on the detail to see what else. Like these are specific monsters and they're monster chests. So any items that require you to make gear out of monsters, you're getting like 15 for these. And then you're getting a bunch of RSS as well. So you don't have to spend all your money on it, but sometimes it definitely helps to spend a little bit of money towards it. But that's what purchasing is. Okay. Now, I keep talking about gears and whatnot. Let's go into my characters. You see all these slots? These are slots where I can actually forge and put equipment in, which gives me additional power. And these are locked because of my castle level. At castle level 25 with workshop level 25, it would actually open up this. And this one opens up at C17 or castle 17 with a workshop 17. So let's go in to the workshop. If I click onto the workshop, it allows you to forge equipment that may grant a variety of boosts for your heroes and even for your turf. Now, if somehow your leader gets captured, none of these actually apply because your leader is not, it's in prison. So let's go into the cabinet here. If I go into the cabinet, you notice my cabinet is empty and there's 12 slots. I can actually unlock more slots either by paying for gem or getting something through one of the gifts that we get. Now that's the equipment. If we go to jewel, there should be some jewels, and these are jewels that you can actually infuse into your equipment. Makes you even stronger. And Sigil Fusion, you're probably not going to have to worry about this till way later. Don't worry about this for now. Material, list all the material that you have. I barely got two. Mostly normal accounts, they will have countless materials here so you can forge for the equipment. So let's try the forging equipment, okay? So again, let me exit out. Here's workshop. I go in there. This is event equipment where specific monsters can provide certain specific equipment. So championship set, I would recommend that you do not go for this unless you are going to spend lots and lots of money. And even if you are going to spend lots and lots of money, if this is your first time building an account and you are going to spend money on it, I would advise that learn first before you get into championship gear or championship set. Because most likely you are going to make mistakes on your first account and you are going to regret some of the things that you've done that cannot be undone. So anyway, let's go into champ set. So like again, we talk about levels or grade, right? So here's gray, green, blue, purple, and gold. Gold being the highest at this point. But other there's another level called mythic, which is orange, but that's not for you just yet. So let's look at all the gray ones. If you are able to make gray equipment, these will be all green. You see you have nothing. That means you have no material to make any of this just yet. Same thing with majority of these sets. And you can get them from different monsters. See? And this is typical of brand new accounts where it has absolutely nothing. And a lot of these equipment that's here, it takes a while for you to get it to gold level. And there are items that's easier to get than others. Some of them are called ultra rare because they're hard to get. We call this a drop rate, where you purchase something or you get a chest for that specific monster, you open it up, and chances of you getting a specific ultra rare item is very low, and that's why they call them ultra rare. But every equipment that we look at, it tells you exactly what it does. This one, like hunting horn, it will give you monster hunt travel speed, so it makes your guy move faster when traveling to monster. Or maximum energy boost, and as you go up in grade, it adds up. So this is why it boosts your overall skill or your damage. So for me, let's say Bon Appetit or Tidal Titan set. You see one green here, which means you must have partial of the equipment, like right here. There's a material that you have partially of, but you are missing other two, and it takes 68,000 gold. So you are going to have to hit those monsters or buy those monster chests. In this case, it would be Tidal Titan chests, and pick up these material to forge an equipment. So this particular one is called Aqua Anemone, and is part of the accessory slot. And it would actually, at the gray, give you 1.2% infantry attack and cavalry 1.2% cav attack. So, and when we're looking at the things attack, what's better? There's going to be three separate categories. There's going to be attack category, there's going to be HP, which is your health and health power, I guess, or horsepower, depending on what you want to call it. And then there's defense, and it ranks from attack to HP to defense. Defense being almost no factor in this game at all. So you want to focus on attack and HP in this game. So let's escape out of there and remember this accessory slot here. Okay, so now instead of this particular one, I can go to all equipment, which shows you all those monsters plus other equipments that doesn't, you don't have to get from monsters. It comes from something else, like you're gathering stones or lumber or food from outside. They also, you can, during the gathering, they tend to, sometimes you actually gather few materials here and there. Let's scroll down and see if we can actually forge anything. Nothing here. Oh, this is a brand new account. Okay, well, maybe forging for another day, but if we had equipment, we would definitely forge by clicking on something like this. And if we had the right equipment, we can just click on forge. Or you could use the gem as well. But you cannot use gem without the material. Gem here, only what it does is it covers the gold and the time. Now, while I was explaining this, obviously I'm gonna go ahead and send some help there. You see here it says Trevor started a rally against level 1 Darknest. This particular one actually opens, once you get a Darknest, this lab here in the middle of the lake opens up, and this is where you can transmute these little essences that you get out of Darknest. And it, once you get done with it, it gives you some speed ups, resources, or whatever the items that it may transmute into. So it looks like if you see a rally, this, we call this a rally for Darknest, you'll see this particular one flashing or glowing like fire. That's when you know there's a rally happening. So if it was glowing, you would click on that and see these three tabs. You click on the middle, and this one will say join the rally, and it would actually have something. Well, now remember, there's a two different, not remember, but be careful. There's actually different types of rallies. There's, so be careful though, because there are different types of rallies that you can get into, and some of them might actually get you in trouble. And we will talk about, I will create a video about rallies as well. And then if you click on this tab, this is if one of your players or your guild mates is getting rallied. And again, you have to be careful before joining that as well. So I will talk about that later. Now let me get out of it. So I will click help again. Now let's look at Academy. So this is your Academy. This is where you can do all your researches. This is for the military, monster hunt, defense, economy. As your castle grows, you're going to open up more slots. But each one has 1 out of 10, right? So this one can actually be 10, and you, anytime you click on this information button, it tells you. So by the time you do the 10th level research on quick maneuvers 1, your troop or travel speed is added by, or added 70%. And that happens with others as well. Intelligent report. Look what happens right now. If you get intelligence report, it reveals estimated size of target. But by the time you get 10, you get everything about information about your target. Makes it easier to make your decisions. And of course, higher the level, longer it takes. So eventually, some of the researches, like your Army Offense 1 level 10, this particular one, let's say just even level 1 uh, or level 10, it would actually take, I believe, like 100 something days. So this is when you want to save up your speed and use up your speed to speed those things up. So here I'll go ahead and start intelligence report. 16 minutes, I'll press help. And I'll go ahead and get some troops made since it's open. And well, I must be running out of resources here. Let's go ahead and train. What else? Oh, construction. So here I would go ahead and maybe start that, finish. Right. And possibly. See these, by clicking these, I'm actually opening it up from my back because I'm low on RSS that I have in my castle. Yeah, it's telling me to ask for help. Okay, whatever. But yes, now I'm going to level 3 castle. And you'll probably move a lot faster than I am right now. And I'm doing it, I'm slowing down just because I'm trying to explain everything along the way. Oh, so I forgot about this. I should have collected this a while back. Once I collect, I'm going to go ahead and see which one I want to get first. This one actually has material attached to it, so I'll go ahead and start that. And now that I belong in a guild, guild quests are available as well. And there's one, two, there's, okay. So it looks like there's 3 different ones. So I'll do the shortest one so I can try to finish the other 2. So I got those cooking. Now let's look at this up here. This is where, and 3 different tabs here as well, right? But if you look close, everybody's ROT, ROT. These are your guild mates. This in the middle. This is your guild chat. This is where you find all of your guild mates. We talk to each other. So, example, I'll just say hello. I mean, whatever. And you see how it pops up. And people, whoever are online, will talk to each other. But be careful not to be in different one like kingdom chat here. This is for the entire kingdom. So whatever you say, entire kingdom will see. So if you accidentally post something, be careful not to post castle coordinates or things like that because they may see you on the kingdom chat and come attack you. So I'm back to my guild chat. This is a private chat amongst your guild only. Now the third bottom one is called Kingdom News. This is where the news is posted about the things that are happening in the kingdom. So apparently Dollar X Dollar Ahmed attacked Miss Kitty and resulting in loss of 3.3 million might. and a whopping 970,000 troops killed and injured. So now imagine that. So it's got to be a pretty big event to be appearing in Kingdom News. I'm right now at 9,000 might with 575 troops. They just killed 900,000 troops. So we are a very, very small baby castle here. Okay, so this is just an event thing, but you will have now that I'm okay, Castle 3, things are happening. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and upgrade that. Look what happened with this. Now login gifts. So this will appear on a daily basis. So I can log in and claim a login gift. And tomorrow I can claim this. And for those of you who just got brand new account, go into this section. Again, let me go out. Go into this particular section, go to news and scroll down a bit. I'm going to show you where to get some free gifts. So we scroll down a bit once this pops up until Lord's event. So once in a while you can find some gifts here, but this one I'm actually going to go to the one. Okay, so you want to scroll down to this, Lord's Fest. And here, we want to go ahead and say join now. And watch all these gifts. I'll go ahead and enter. And I don't know by the time you watch this video it's going to be available or not, but if whoever is around and if it's still around, go ahead and claim it. So I'll go to the first page where it says Tokyo and look, 24-hour reward speed up. I go to next page. I go to Taipei, 8-hour shield. I'll claim that. And this was when the event was happening. We would have to claim every week or so. But now that event is coming to close, who haven't claimed yet can go ahead and start claiming. So yeah, that's lots of gift I'll get out of it. Now if I look at my bag, I will see that. Look at the relocator, which allows you to transfer your turf to a target location in current kingdom. And I've gotten some of these as well, random relocator. See how my bags are starting to fill up a little bit? Speed, look at that, 24 hours. I have some of these. I have training speed now. I have a shield that we haven't had before. And all these monster chests. So I'll go ahead and open these up. And look at the monster chest here, 5 of them. Oh, nice. See, this is one of those items that's hard to get. Frostwing Heart. Compared to, I mean, the heart itself is not that hard anymore compared to other monsters, but if you're gonna get anything out of Frostwing chest, you want the hearts. And you notice it says common, uncommon. So 4 of these are worth 1 green, and 4 green is worth 1 blue. 4 blue is worth 1 purple. 4 purple is worth 1 gold. So I think that about does it. Let me see if I can. Now, no equipment yet, but we know we got some from other ones, right? Or opened up some chests. We know we opened up, was it Griffin said I opened up. Look, now I can actually make this. You see what's happening? Or this, you see that's happening? Only item for me, in my personal opinion, is worth it is this. Hey, you'll see level 60, level 55. That means until your player level is at that level, you will not be able to wear it. And look at the main hand here, accessory, armor. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and let's say forge this. So that will require that I can actually break that down by going to this bottom tab and divide. See, now I got the right requirement. Let me see if I have 87,000 in gold. I don't. So that will have to wait. Of course, I can go out and gather gold and try to do it that way. But anyway, that's how that goes. Now let's see. See here. So I'm collecting. Okay, I will go ahead and start that. This one. Now at this point, I don't think there's any material on top that I can get. So I'm just going to start the biggest one. And I'll open up this treasure chest and get these rewards. And I can go ahead and, now that I started this, I can go ahead and move on to this. It'll tell you all the requirements which I've met, and I can start. Now remember the gear, accessories, and whatnot. Here, if we go to all equipment, it tells you this is your helmet, this is your armor, this is your shoes or whatever, legs, main gear, main hand, this is your offhand section, this is your accessories section. So let's go to my guy. Days are where it fits. So you can only have one main hand at a time. And depending on what you're doing, you're going to be switching your gears. And once we get those upgraded, I will show you later down the road what you need to put on. But these are the slots where you would put it in. Okay, I think that about does it for the introduction on how to play. If you have any questions, just send me a message and I'll try to answer it, get you going. Again, welcome to the game. Good luck. Hope you have fun. And subscribe and watch my videos. Thanks a lot.